welcome. I am starting this project vlog just here on a random Wednesday because actually I have not really wanted to actually work on this. This is a kind of an old whip. Like, it's been on my needles for like since October, but this whip actually has a little bit of a sad story for me, at least. Back in October I really got some big wrist pain and I hurt my hands from knitting too much, and I did that whilst working on this. So I put it in a bag and just left it. But I feel like it's time to keep on going. This pattern is the Frankie pattern from PetitKnit, and you also have to excuse that I'm not really up to date with it at all. We also need to figure that out since it's been so long, and I just put my needles back on and thought that I could start working a little bit on it. Here is how far I am. I'm pretty sure I cast it on a size large because I always do, and it's in this alpaca from Scentness, the one that got discontinued. It is in a gray color and the pink color, but I will tell you guys a little bit more about it in a little bit. I just quickly wanted to just show you guys before I'm gonna work a little bit on it right now. But I really want to do like a proper sit down, but I'm not gonna work on it. As I said, I'm gonna try and figure out where I'm at so I can work on it, and then we are gonna chat more about it and maybe just try on what we have just to see, and yeah, tell you all about the yarn. I don't have it right now with me, I only have this, but it looks good. Like, I'm actually kind of excited about it. Like, and this is also my first raglan for myself, and I'm also excited about that because I think I've told you many times before that I have been wanting to do something else than a drop shoulder because I'm not really sure that fits me that well. So I'm actually very excited to do something else than a drop shoulder, even though just a little bit of a rambly update, not update, just a rambly start. But I hope you guys will come along and join me working on this Frankie sweater, even though we are a little bit past the cast on point. I will try and figure out where we are and then get back to you. I have some exciting things to show you. Yesterday I also knitted and we reached some fun milestones, I think. Let me just show you. The first one is the Frankie sweater. I think I've designated this to be like my school knit, even though that I kept confusing myself with the raglan increases during school, which was so stupid. Like, I kept doing raglan increases on every round and not every other round, so that was a bit stupid, and I have to, like, because I'm just knitting away, but as soon as this gets like in the round, there will be no issue at all. But right now it's just a little bit difficult, actually. Much more difficult than I thought, because I'm actually listening. But this day in school we also had to do some other work and stuff, but I did 2 stripes, so I think I did one pink, one gray, one pink, and then started on the gray again. I attached a new ball of the gray, so I think that's my second ball of gray and still my first ball of pink, so that's pretty good. This alpaca does work up quite thin compared to it being a DK weight. So yeah, it is quite thin, but I don't think it really matters. Yeah, but honestly, I really love working on this. This is a great yarn. It's very springy, it's very nice, it's warm. I love the halo. It's just, yeah, I'm just excited to get this in the round so I can do this at school. So yeah, that's like my first update on the Frankie sweater. Hello again. I know it has been a long time since I've worked on this, but now as my dad's zipper sweater is almost done, so I am picking up the Frankie sweater as my main whip now. So I'm hoping that this video will be going a little bit more fast and there isn't gonna be so many days in between working on it. So I just want to tell you that yesterday, as you saw, I really worked hard on it to actually get the Frankie sweater in the round. I was so sick of doing the raglan increases because I think I've just been doing them for so many days, and also before my hands got better I also did it, so I felt like that raglan increase was just never ending. So I worked really hard on it yesterday to get it on in like the body. So now I just knit straight down in the stripes. So I'll just show you. I separated the sleeves, and the yarn is a total mess right now because there's so little of it left, so the skeins are just intertwined with each other. So here it is. It is looking a lot better since the sleeves are up now, so it's actually looking like a proper like mini t-shirt sweater top. So I'm just working in the round. I haven't done a lot at all. I've done one stripe in the body, so there is still a long way to go. And I have been thinking, but maybe we'll talk about this later, I have been thinking that I want to crop this sweater since I've heard that alpaca stretches a lot, so I'm thinking of doing this as a large, but I am thinking of knitting down to the size that corresponds to the medium to hopefully get a bit more length and not make it too long, but let's just see, because I'm also thinking that maybe it would be nice to actually have a bit of a longer sweater. So it's up in the air, but I'm thinking both things. So let's just see. There's a long way to go then, since this is on 4mm needles, but I am working on it, and I will be working on this very much more frequently now, since my dad temper sweater is done. I have promised myself to actually, yeah, get this off my needles, and maybe this would be quite doable in spring. So yeah, I do really think that this is gonna be very, very pretty as it's done, and I'm hoping that it doesn't, like, the shape of it doesn't do too much with it's just being 100% alpaca. I must admit that I am a little bit nervous after watching some videos about people saying that it stretches and it just doesn't stop. So yeah, I'm excited, but I do think it looks pretty, and yeah, from now on I will be working on this very much more frequently. So yeah, I will just see you in the next update. I think I will update as soon as the body is done. Alt for meget. Should you really switch to all in the one the whole? Jeg ved ikke, man er jo to og to sammen, man er jo faktisk sammen med den, der man har skrevet over. I just want to show you that the body of the Frankie sweater is done and I couldn't be more pleased. It is like a bit short, but I think that is the point, since after blocking I think it will grow a little bit. So yeah, I'm really happy that the body is done, and I really do love like the rolling edge detail that I think will be much more neatly after blocking, since like the whole rib part goes up right now, but when I block I'm pretty sure it will settle down and be very like good looking. I have done the cow sweater before and that has the same detail and I really love it. So yeah, I'm excited to block it. But now on to the sleeves, and I hope that will go very fast since I just don't want to right now. So yeah, but maybe I'll start on the sleeves tomorrow and then work on my socks today. I think that's the plan. But yeah, just want to show you the sweater. This is just a quick update on the Frankie sweater. I don't know which day we are on, but a lot, since this was cast on last fall, so like my day count is very crazy. I think it's like 160 something days, so but I don't remember what my days worked on is right now, so you will see that up in the corner. But I just want to show you that I after finishing the body I did pick up for the sleeves, and again I have 2 extra stitches on the sleeves because I never, I mean after picking up here, these 2 like gaps in the sleeve you always get, I always pick one each, like 1 extra in each like side of the arm, and then I just keep them. I don't decrease them as I think in the video they tell you to do. I never do that. I always like a bit more sleeve, like a bit more oversized sleeve. So I just have 2 extra stitches on this, but I think it's looking very good. I think I'm at the fifth increase of the total of 8, so it's almost there. It's going quick, even though I would say that these 40 centimeter needles are not my favorite, since I feel like they restrict like my arm movement quite a lot when knitting, so this is a little bit of an awkward angle, so it's not my favorite to knit the sleeves, but it's better than to do it on the like the small circular, even smaller circulars or magic loop. Then I do prefer this, even though I feel like the angle is a bit weird. But yeah, I just wanted to show you you how far I was on the one sleeve, but I will be back when the first sleeve is done and we will start on the second sleeve. Just quickly, I just wanted to show you that the one arm is done. I hope it will be a little longer in blocking, but I'm sure it will. But yeah, that's just what I quickly wanted to show, and now on to the next sleeve. Hi from the car. It's Saturday and I'm going to my family knitting club at my grandma's house. So yeah, it'll be so exciting. We're not going to be too many this time, but it will still be very, very fun. And I have brought my Frankie to work on. So yeah. This is how long I managed to knit my sleeve. It's not a lot. I feel like I did 2 or 3 stripes, but it is coming along. I just couldn't be more excited. I just did finally finish the last few rounds of sleeve, so now it is all done and I just couldn't be more excited, as I probably have said. Excuse my hair, I need to wash it, but I just really wanted to show you guys. I'm so happy. I don't know, but I've had like this huge love-hate relationship with this sweater, and now that it's finally done, I'm so freaking happy. And yeah, we have to weave in ends, which we're gonna do right now, and then we're gonna block it. I'll show you how I do that. But yeah, I usually just put it in water with a little bit of wool soap, and I will, after weaving in the ends, and when that's done, I'll be back to wring it out and stuff like that. But yeah, just I'm so happy. I would say that the sleeves are quite big, but I think they will lose a bit of this oversizedness when they grow a little bit. But honestly, I feel like I quite like how loose the sleeves are. They are a bit bigger than I originally thought, but I really like it. I feel like it fits this very well, and this is also the first raglan that I've done for myself, and I really like it. The only thing I'm a little bit concerned with is how big the neckline already is, but maybe that is fine. Either I can just crochet what's it called, like an elastic in it, so maybe that will be an option if I think it's getting too loose, but after blocking. So yeah, we definitely need some length on it. It just is a bit short, and it also folds up here. So I definitely want it to be like maybe grow this in length on the body, maybe a little bit more, and in the arms the same amount. I like my sleeves to go like mid-hand, so I'm hoping that they can grow to mid-hand length. So that's about this much too. But I've heard that alpaca grows a lot, so I'm not really quite concerned. And also, I still have 2 balls left of the pink here, and then a lot more of the gray, but I had to open a skein for just the last 2 rib thing here of the pink, so I definitely have 2 like whole skeins left of that. So we need to figure out something to do with that, because yeah, it's just a lot to have left, I think. Okay, I'm just gonna move here because we are gonna weave in the ends, but I just wanted to tell you that for the gray yarn here, I had that before I bought the pink, before I even knew I wanted to make a Frankie. The pattern was just released then, and that fit with the alpaca going out of production, so I bought a lot of the gray just because it was, and then I found the pink in another yarn store, so I decided to do this Frankie. So I have a lot of, I bought like a kilo of the gray, and I don't know how many I've used, but I used a bit more than the pink. And then in the pattern it said I needed 5 skeins of the pink, and that is not completely true for me in this yarn, but it is also a bit thinner. Like I feel like this alpaca stretches a lot to be a lot thinner, so when you work with it, it just stretches to be a lot thinner than what's suggested, which is pigment. So that is probably why I have so much left. But I actually think I might do a small, a tiny one of this too, a Frankie, because I don't know, I just feel like that would fit so well. Now that I have so much left, I can make a mini one, and then yeah, at a later date, when at some point we decide to have kids, we are gonna have already a matching sweater, and I quite like that idea to figure out something to do with all of the leftover, because I think 2 skeins, a little bit under 2 skeins of yarn of some kind is a little bit too small. I mean, it's hard to figure out what to do with. Also because I am just a bit too tired of socks, sleeves, and socks, hats, and mittens. I've done so much of that lately, so that is why I have kind of moved on to do a lot of baby stuff. So just like to get a little bit of a different vibe, but then probably some point I will move away and do lots of hats again or something. But yeah, that's a bit of a tangent. Let's just get these ends weaved in. I have actually also been wondering if people weave in ends in like a different, like in a more proper way. I usually don't do that. I don't have a technique of weaving in ends, but lately I have pondered upon it. Just because I usually just weave a little bit back and forth, and yeah, and that's just it, and then I snip the ends off. But I have been wondering if people actually have like a different technique and stuff, but yeah, maybe one day I'll find out, but for now I'll just keep weaving in ends as I usually do. Like if I have a ribbing piece, I usually go down one leg of the rib and then up another leg, but if it's like this, I usually also just go a little bit down and a little bit up, and then I call it a day. So that is just my technique of doing it, but let me know maybe if you have a better one. and welcome to my bedroom. As you can see, I am wearing the Frankie sweater and it has actually been done for quite a few days now. The last clip you saw was me at the summer house this weekend helping my parents paint the summer house. So yeah, I just quickly shot a video of me wearing it and it was perfect for summer house weather because the weather is sunny but it's still quite cold, like the winter's quite cold, but it is getting so much better, the weather. So yeah, I'm just super excited for like spring, like real spring and summer. So but that is not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about the Frankie sweater that is done, and honestly this is my favorite sweater right now. It is just perfect, like the gauge of it is perfect, the flowiness of it is perfect, everything about it is just perfect. I just quickly wanted to talk to you about it. This is of course the Frankie sweater, which is the pattern, and yeah, I've just written a few notes here on my little knitting notes just to get some things right. Firstly, I just wanted to talk about like the fit. I think the fit is perfect. I knit everything like to the size that PetitKnit says. It is quite, I mean, all of my PetitKnit sweaters are quite short, but I think maybe I'm just like tall. I am quite tall, so maybe this is something there. Even though I knit a large, the length of it is just quite short, but it's fine. It is like, I do wear high-waisted pants, so it just fits perfect. And also the sleeves hit right around like my favorite spot, which is there, so like mid-hand, so it's just perfect. The one thing that I think could be a little bit better about this is that the neck is quite wide, and I think that is, it could be a little bit like not as wide, but that is a quick fix with like an elastic. So but for now I am just really loving it. I'm loving how it's not, because the gauge is a little bit looser, it's not as like warm, it is like perfect, and the yarn is just so incredibly soft. And the only reason why I could afford this is because this yarn went out of production, so I got it half off, which we're gonna talk about now. But the crazy thing about this sweater is that I used 179 days on this sweater, which is crazy. But I think I told you the story about how I started working on this when this pattern released and my hands got really sore, and I actually couldn't knit for quite a lot of months. But yeah, and then I just got this very bad association with this sweater, so therefore it took me a long time to pick up again, but I'm so glad that I did. But that also means that my actual working days on this sweater is 21 days, and then the 21 days is minus the neck and the shoulder rows, because I didn't record that or like track it. So the neck and shoulder rows of the sweater is not in that, so probably maybe around 22-23 days, which is really fast. This is on 4mm needles, and also then the ribbing, and the last 4 is on 3.5mm needles. So yeah, I knit this in a size large and as I said, the yarn is Sandnes alpaca. All of it is discontinued, but honestly I feel I have fallen for it, which is not as good, but I do have a few skeins left. Yeah, let's just talk about the amount that I used. The pink, I used 3.1 skein I've written here, and the 0.1 is literally just because I had to break open a new skein just to do like the ribbing portion here on one sleeve. So that's the 2 rounds of pink on, I think, one of the sleeves is the 0.1. It's quite annoying because now that skein is not full, but it's so full that it can be, so it's not that annoying. But I do actually have 2 skeins left of the recommended 5 skeins that I bought for this of the pink. And I do think that is because that the alpaca is just a little bit longer than the PetitKnit, and it is also a little bit thinner, like it works up thinner than it even says, I think. So I think that's why I have so much left, because I used again 3.1 for the pink and 5 skeins for the gray, which means that I only knit all of this in 8.1 skeins of yarn, which is really good. Especially for DK gauge, I think that's really good. But I'm just happy about the yarn amount I used, because I have a little bit left over. And I think I told you I really want to do like a matching mini sweater of the I have like 2 skeins of each color left of, yeah, so I just think that will be so freaking cute. But yeah, I really want to do that, especially now that I felt it and felt how soft it is and how just so super comfortable it is. I'm wearing this just like on bare skin, because that's, you can do that, it's just so great. Yeah, okay, enough about that. But yeah, you just have to know how happy I am with this sweater, especially since I had that bad association with it, so it just makes my little knitting heart very happy, and also my wallet. But yeah, as I said, this is Sandnes alpaca, and which that is just very expensive yarn. Like 1 skein of that is 65 kroner, which is the Danish currency. And I'll of course write what it is in euros, but at 50% that is 32.5 kroner, which is still quite high. It is not still higher than like drops, but I really feel like the quality is, yeah, and that is all. Like the discontinued yarn is also the only like exception I have for buying like expensive yarns. That is where I think I can try it out. I am a student, so I don't really have that much of a yarn budget, but at some point I really want to actually try out some more expensive yarns, and yeah, I'm just happy that I got to try it out with this. But yeah, okay, let's just continue, because at that point, at that price, and I used 8.5 skeins, and that translates to 263.25 kroner, and that is 35.20 something euros, which is not bad at all. It is a little bit expensive, but I feel like for the quality of this, I definitely am very happy to pay it. And then the pattern, of course, is 50 kroner for me, and that translates to 6.69 euros. So yeah, so like the whole sweater for like the whole sweater's cost is 313.25 kroner, and that translates to 41.92 euros, which is just it's a great price. It is like a normal price, I would say, for like a sweater, and it's just so much better quality, and it's just so much better for your skin. So I just, yeah, couldn't be more pleased. And yeah, that's it. I really just hope you enjoyed watching this video. I really enjoyed having you guys along, and yeah, I'm so happy, and I have worn this sweater ever since finishing it. And yeah, so if you enjoyed, please like and subscribe if you want to see more. And yeah, just bye.